Hello, how you doing? We're going to go through some more scales. We're going to learn the minor natural scale, very important scale, and then we're going to learn the pentatonic form of that scale. We'll do A minor. The A minor natural scale is a scale with no sharps or flats in it. It's A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And even though all scales, you know, you'd love to play all scales eventually, and you should be able to play lots of different minor scales, I just thought I'd use the A minor because it's got no sharps or flats, just for that silly little reason. Let's just get right down to it. Can you do this for me? So play the 5th fret of the bottom string with your middle finger. Easy enough. I'm just jiggling it a bit because I can't help myself. That's an A note. Go to the 7th fret of that string and play that with your pinky, please. That's a B note. The A note to the B note is a movement of one whole tone. Okay? Then we're going to play the 3rd fret of the A string with our index finger. That's a C note. We've gone up one semitone from the previous note. A, B, C. A to B, a whole tone. B to C, just a semitone. So you have the 1, 2, 3 in minor. Forward and backward. Already sounds sad, doesn't it? Then we have the 4th note of the scale. That's a D note. That's the 5th fret of the A string. I usually play that with the ring finger when I'm running through. I'll show you that in a sec. The 5th note is an E note, and that's at the 7th fret. I usually play that with my pinky. Here's the first 5 notes of the A minor natural scale. A, B, C, D, E. Then play F, 3rd fret D string. Play that with your pointer finger. Then ring finger on the 5th fret of the D string. That's your G note. We're nearly finished. Pinky on the 7th fret then for the root note, the A note. We're back at the A note again. That's the A minor natural scale. Okay? I'll go through it forward and backwards slowly. The A minor natural scale. Okay, great, fantastic. Learn that pattern. You can shift it up and down the fretboard to get to different keys, right? If you take it down and start at the 3rd fret, but play the same shape, that's the G minor natural scale, okay? You take it up, for example, to the 8th fret and play it from there, C minor natural scale. G minor natural, etc., etc. Now, you can start, we started all those scales on the bottom string. You can start on the A string, of course. For example, if you start at the 5th fret, you'll be playing the D minor natural scale. Same shape, use the same fingers, and the same interval pattern. Okay, it's T, S, T, T, S, T, T. What the hell does that mean? T means whole tone. S means semitone. A whole tone is a movement of equal to 2 frets on one string. A semitone, a movement of 1 fret. The natural minor scale is tone, semitone. It's T, S, T, T, S, T, T. Don't let me get this wrong. It's tone, semitone, tone, tone, semitone, tone, tone. Okay? I don't want to go into any deeper theory. This is all, at the moment anyway, this is all on the website www.shakyking.com. Okay? That's the A minor natural scale. Now, get that into your fingers. Here's the A minor pentatonic. It's the 5-note version of that scale. Take you through this real quick. Play the 5th fret of the bottom string with your ring finger. It's an A note. Play the index finger, use the index finger, play the 3rd fret of the A string. That's the C note. Use the ring finger to play the 5th fret and the 7th fret. That's a D note and an E note. Then play the 5th fret of the D string with your index finger. That's a G note. And then the A note, the root note again, back up at the 7th fret of the D string. This is the A minor pentatonic scale. You just do that to start with. Boom, 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 do, 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 do. As you get more comfortable doing that, you might find you start making some cool little melodies. Now, I only played it in the low octave. You can go on and play it in the next octave without going into the, dozens of fret positions for every note in the scale. You can go to the website and look into the charts, look into student resources and scales, and you'll find all the charts that you need. It'll show you every position on the fretboard. All I want to do here is get some basic points across. So there we have it. To sum up so far, the A minor natural scale, the A minor pentatonic scale. You can play them in different shapes, the same key in different shapes, in different octaves. You can play the same scale at different positions for different keys. I hope that all makes sense. I'm going to use my loop pedal now. I'm going to show you just a little bit of how to improvise using that scale. Here's the important point. If you want to improvise, you've got to use the scale that corresponds to the key of the song. And what does the key of the song mean? This is all kind of complicated, can be complicated. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some random chords in the key of A minor. The key of A minor has six minor chords: A minor, D minor, and E minor. It has 3 major chords: C major, F major, and G major. So 3 minor chords, 3 major chords, and 1 diminished chord. Okay, that theory needs to be looked at, but what I want to do now is just show you the practical use of this scale. So I'm just going to play A minor, F, C, and G over and over. I'll let the loop pedal do it over and over. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that works. Illustrated something for you. All I did was played random chords in the key of A minor, on this occasion A minor, F, C, and A minor, F major, C major, and G major, and then I just applied that scale and played it in a very basic way. And then I went to a higher register. I went to the next octave of the scale, and the next one. And I used the scale positions for the A minor pentatonic, purely the A minor pentatonic. Again, look at the charts on the website to slowly work through all the fretboard positions. Okay, now I want to mention the blue note. The blue note is technically known as the sharpened fourth or the flattened fifth, if you like. It's a theoretical idea, right? If we go back to the A minor pentatonic, the notes are A, C, D, E, and G. A, C, D, E, and G. They are the first, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh notes of the full scale, brought in to the pentatonic, and we're using just the first, third, fourth, fifth, and seventh. Have a bit of a closer look at that. Here's the full scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Pentatonic 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. If we add the sixth note of the A string, that's our blue note. Watch this. So that's root note, or first, third, fourth, sharpened fourth, or flattened fifth, fifth, seventh, and root note. And that's the inclusion of the blue note, right? So there it is again in the next octave. So that's pretty cool. Again, all on the website, all the charts will include the blue note as well. So the blue note is what you add to the minor pentatonic to create what's called the blues scale. Now that's an interesting topic. We're going to have a whole other thread of videos on blues, because it's a massive, massive area of guitar playing. But for now, for today's video, to sum up, all I want you to remember is how to play a full minor natural scale, forward and backward, then the pentatonic scale, forward and backward, and then the minor pentatonic plus the blue note, forward and backward. And use it to improvise. Here's some more improvisation. This time we'll do the same chord progression, but we'll include the blue note. Okay, here we go. That's an awful lot of fun. So that's it for video number 3 for electric guitar. What have we learnt? We've learned how to play a minor natural scale using the proper fingers, and the concepts that you can move the shape along the fretboard for different keys, and you can start on the A string or the you can start on the 6th string or the 5th string. You can start on any string you want actually, but just go with me for now from where I'm playing these scales. Bottom string and A string. You've got the pentatonic form, and the pentatonic form plus the blue note to create what's called the blues scale. What I did then was just plug in some random chords in the key of A minor. I played A minor, F, C, and G. Okay, that's 4 of the chords that pop up in the key of A minor. And I use that just to do some basic improvisation. So what I hope is that you guys can do the same kind of thing. Just, I looped those chords, okay, so maybe you don't have a looper. All you got to do then is you got to find some songs on Spotify or YouTube or whatever and know what key those songs are in. If you know what key those songs are in, you can then apply the scale from the fretboard and sound like a beginner, and then as you get better, sound better, and then sound amazing in the end, okay? So I hope that helped. That's video number 3. We're back with video number 4, demonstrating some more cool electric guitar stuff very soon. Thank you.